Oh shit. Uh, what's up, y'all? Sparty here, and I want to do my impressions of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 after a little over a day. Now, as you guys know from my unboxing, I got this around like maybe 4:30 yesterday. It's almost 10 o'clock now here in Minnesota, so I want to give you guys my first initial impressions. Now, what I'm going to go over, I'm not going to go over software or anything like that, like the nitty gritty as of yet, because there's still some stuff I need to grasp and whatnot. But the things I'm going to talk about mainly are display, performance, which I guess you can say is battery, but I'm going to say battery as its own separate thing, the camera, and just overall experience so far. Now, speaking display wise, as you guys can see, 6.3 inch Super AMOLED Quad HD Plus display, 2960 by 1440. It's 18.5 by 9 display. And the display is nothing short of beautiful, to say the least. Now, as you guys know, I'm not the hugest fan of AMOLED, but this panel is not necessarily the most oversaturated I've ever used. It's probably the most natural that it's ever been since the Note 5. And I think that's a good thing, because I think, in my opinion, that I never liked AMOLED at all due to the fact that it oversaturates everything, even pictures, which it seems at the moment to be doing a pretty good job at not oversaturating every single one of my freaking photos. But nonetheless, it's still a great display. It's what you kind of expect from Samsung at this point. If they put a crap display in their phone, they must be high, or someone must have, someone must have been doing some weird shit behind the scenes to get them to do so. But, it's Samsung at this point. Next, performance. Now, performance after a day is not necessarily something that is, I guess, is relevant to talk about, because the phone is still brand new. You're still breaking it in. So it may be super duper fast now, but it may slow down even like by the end of this week, which Samsung phones, from in my personal experience, not Notes, but any S series phone that I have had, has done that pretty much. Performance is very snappy, is very smooth. As you guys can see, I've been using this phone quite a bit. And go in and out of apps fast. I don't know why I chose an app that goes into landscape mode. You can go in and out of apps really fucking quick. And the performance is very snappy. I think the days of TouchWiz, I'm still going to call this TouchWiz, lagging is over. I think that era is done. And I really hope that's the case. Now, another thing, speaking of display, there is one thing that I have a gripe with, and that's the always on display. Now, I haven't necessarily figured out a specific way to brighten the always on display yet, but in my personal experience, I think that what's been happening pretty much is that when I'm outside in sunlight, when I'm outside in sunlight, I can't see shit on this always on display. Whereas on the V20, I can see perfectly fine with the secondary display. Now that has nothing to do with the V20 has an LCD, this has AMOLED. We're past that at this point. I can see the regular screen at full brightness in complete sunlight. Why can't I see the AOD in complete sunlight? Super bright sunlight conditions. Alright, that's just a mini tangent. So I went performance, I went display, battery life. Battery life has been nothing short of great at the moment. I've seen a lot of this stuff before I got the phone. A lot of people have been saying, oh, the Note 8 has been performing well. And as soon as I got this phone, what I basically did was put it to 2960 by 1440. It's set at 1080p out of the box, so I just set it to its full resolution so I can get the full greatness of this display. So as you guys can see, I've been getting 10 hours on the battery, and from what you guys can see here, I've been getting 5 hours and 30 minutes of battery life right now, and the phone is at 22%. So very great. Very superb as far as battery life goes so far. Now, another mini tangent I want to go off of is the fingerprint scanner. A lot of people say this placement is bad. A lot of people don't like it because it's up in the upper right. But for me personally, I've always had a natural tendency, especially with my Note 5, to put my finger on top of the heart rate sensor and whatnot. So this placement right here is very natural for me, and it feels very quick, very snappy. I don't have any problems with using it. The only real issue I have sometimes is like making it so I can, swipe up and down to deploy and retract the notification shade. Now, all of a sudden, now I can do it perfectly, but for some reason, that was an issue before. Now, what I'm going to talk about now is just the overall experience of this phone and what I feel Samsung has done right and what it has done wrong, I guess you can say. Oh, wait, no. I meant to talk about the camera. That's my last thing. Then I'll talk about the overall experience. Now, the camera is great, typical Samsung. I don't necessarily think it's the best out there, but it's one of the best in my opinion. And a lot of people's opinion. Now, with the live focus mode in particular, I have one particular... The live focus is not perfect at all. Like, I don't know why I'm using it in this mode. But as you guys can see, this background is blurred right here, but you can see imperfections within right there and a little bit right there when you see like the box behind there. And there's also a couple more I need to show you guys specifically. Like this in particular, this photo is where I've seen it the most, is where it's super blurry, very great right here, right? But when you see like the side of this house, which is my next door, you see that some is blurred and some is not. And that's where it's imperfect and where Samsung basically needs to improve. Now, when here in particular, this is a very good photo with live focus. You can see both flowers in the background are blurred. This one is the main one in focus, and that is very nice. But another one, not my selfies, another one I took earlier today was this. Now, this is a very good one, where the background is blurred out very well, and it just focuses on the bus stop sign. I'm trying to find another one that I took. I don't remember when I took it. It was when I first, it's right there. Now this is another good one. This is, as you guys can see, the tripod is in focus, and my Ghost in the Shell poster in the back is blurred out very well. This is from me seeing the movie. I like the movie. A lot of people are iffy on it, but I like it a lot. Also my closet door is also blurred out very well. The only thing that really isn't blurred out very well is probably the pizza on the plate right there. That's probably the only one that's not very great, but everything else is good, and it's very good so far. Now, the overall experience of the phone has been very great. I like it a lot. As I said, it's going to be one of my favorite phones this year. It's not going to be downright the best. It's going to be the best for certain people, but for me personally, I just don't see myself saying that, oh, this is my favorite phone ever. I can't say that right now, especially with the V30 just around the corner. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this video. This is Sparta. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the support. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and have a good one. I just said, I keep doing that.